Today, we're tackling a question that really blurs the line between a sci-fi thriller and our actual reality. It forces us to look at the future of technology, power, and, well, what it means to be human.
All right, let's just dive right into that question. Because look, this is not a movie plot anymore. This is the very real scenario that military planners, programmers, and philosophers are wrestling with this very second. And it's a question that completely upends the rules of war as we know it.
So there's an official term for this whole thing: loss, or as most people call them, killer robots. The most important part of that definition, the phrase that changes everything, is totally without human intervention. We're not talking about a remote-controlled drone here. We're talking about a machine making the final, irreversible decision to kill, all by itself.
But you have to ask, why is this happening right now? With this much speed and, frankly, this much urgency? Well, to get the tech, you first have to get the new global power struggle that's pouring gasoline on this fire.
The race for AI supremacy, mainly between the US and China, is arguably the single most important story of our century. Make no mistake, this is a fight for complete and total economic and military dominance. The stakes, they literally could not be higher.
Now here's where the battlefield has gotten really weird and interesting. It's expanded. We're way beyond just tanks and factories now. Think about something called cloud capital, the incredible power and wealth that platforms like Google or TikTok have, basically by shaping our behavior. That's a strategic asset now, and it's already being overtaken by what you could call AI capital, actual power and influence being built by AI on a scale that could just dwarf anything humans have ever built before.
You see, this is not your grandfather's arms race. This is a dead sprint to build and own the AI plumbing that will define global power for the next 100 years. Both the US and China are giants in this cloud capital space, but China's top-down system lets it move with incredible speed and focus, even creating whole new digital money systems that are a direct challenge to the US dollar's long reign.
Okay, so we've got the players and we've got the motive. Now let's look at how this tech is creating a kind of war that is just fundamentally different from anything we have ever seen in all of human history.
And this quote right here just nails it. Think about it for a second. Gunpowder, fighter jets, even the first drones, all of those things were tools that enhanced a human soldier. They made a person better, faster, stronger. AI is designed to replace the person in that critical moment of decision. That's the jump to algorithmic warfare.
The difference is just, it's night and day. We are going from a human in the loop to maybe a human on the loop to the very real possibility of a human being completely out of the loop. We're talking about life and death decisions being made at speeds our brains literally can't even process. This isn't just a small step forward, it's a complete revolution in how conflicts are fought.
And this revolution, it's not just about one new gadget. It is fundamentally changing every single aspect of a modern battlefield.
We're seeing AI reinvent war in 4 really key ways. It starts with the individual autonomous weapons, but then they learn to work together in these terrifying swarms. Then the fight goes digital with AI-powered cyber warfare, and it even goes inside our heads with what's called cognitive warfare. Let's break those down.
So, we've already talked about the individual killer robots, but now I want you to picture hundreds, maybe thousands of them, all working together as one. That's swarming. It's a coordinated mass of drones that can fill the sky, all talking to each other, changing their plan on the fly to overwhelm anything you throw at them. It's a terrifyingly effective idea, and it's already being tested.
And like I said, the conflict is moving beyond the physical world. With cyber warfare, an AI can unleash attacks on a power grid or a financial system at a speed and complexity no human team could ever hope to defend against. And maybe the scariest of all is cognitive warfare. That's where AI is used to pump out disinformation, to sow chaos, to target the human mind itself, trying to get a society to tear itself apart from the inside without ever firing a shot.
So all of this, the technology, the geopolitics, it all leads us back to the most important question. And it's not about machines, it's about us. What happens to us when we hand over the most profound decision a person can make, the decision to kill, to a piece of code?
These are not engineering problems that we can just fix with a patch. These are deep, ethical rabbit holes with no easy exits. I mean, think about accountability. Who's to blame when an AI kills the wrong person? The programmer? The general who deployed it? The machine? And beyond that, so many people argue that letting a machine choose to kill a person is a fundamental attack on human dignity itself, a moral line in the sand that we should never, ever cross.
It's kind of wild when you think about it, right? For decades, our science fiction has been shaped by Asimov's first law of robotics. A robot may not injure a human being. And yet, here we are in the real world, pouring billions of dollars into designing machines whose only purpose is to do exactly that. How do you square that circle?
So here's the bottom line. We have opened a technological Pandora's box, and we may not be able to close it. This global race for dominance is pushing us faster and faster towards a future of autonomous war, forcing us to ask questions that get at the very heart of who we are. Join us next time as we dive even deeper into this messy, complicated world in our next chapter, AI and Ethics.